Hey y'all, it's me. So I don't know if anybody might be really interested in this or not, but I figure I'd just do this concerning the Thompson chain reference Bible. Anyway, as you can see, it says there get a little mark out Thompson chain reference Bible. Is that doing anything? There we go. I don't want to log in. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, here we go. So it says Thompson Chain Reference Bible right there. It tells you the history right here. Tells us that his original work was started in 1890. Thompson was born in Elmira, New York. That was actually a place of a Confederate prison too. Or Confederate soldiers of Confederate prison. It said Thompson believed the Bible should be presented in a simple but scholarly way. Talks about the chain links and everything. Again, you can go to that this up here, this little site up here, and that tells you everything you need to know. And so we go down further. The only thing that's really missing from this is the links and the reprint dates and everything. That would be great. Maybe there's a way to find them and everything. I don't know. But we're getting out here a little further. He says the following of the table outlines the publication history of the King James version of the Thompson Chain Bible. The changes from one edition to another are generally seen in the margins of the Bible and in the study materials in the back of the Bible. And rather than the biblical text itself, a revised edition listed in the table does not refer to a revised version of the Bible. So yeah. So the first one we have is the original 1908 one. Then the second one, there's been 6 editions, but it's going to say 5. But technically there could be 7 because Zondervan changed some stuff up. But they don't call it the 6th improved edition. They just keep it as 5. That way to keep the editions as small as possible. But we see here it says 1908. Then you see your second one, which is there's one on sale for eBay on eBay for $152. I'm trying to debate whether I want to get it or not. Okay, the revised edition, 1917. Second revised edition, 1929. A third improved edition. That's another edition. So it's not like these first two editions were improved. It was that they were editions. You see in 1934. So anyway, then we come to the second, updated third improved edition. So it says title page makes no distinction between this edition and the third improved edition of 34. It has a separate year of copyright and likely contains minor changes in additions to the reference material. And of course I have that Bible myself. So I don't have the 1908, I don't have the 1917. I used to have the 1917, and I think I had a 1908. But I think it did say, I had a second one from that one that was a 1910, but still it was the original edition. And then I also, at one time, I had the second revised edition. I don't know what I did with it. Or was it 1934? Well, I had the 1934 and a 1957 edition. No, actually, I just had the 1957, I think. Anyway, I have a fourth, and I have the 82 fourth. Well, I did have the 82 fourth. Then I also have the fifth. And of course, then you have down here the Zondervan one. So anyway, it tells you about the chains and how you use them and stuff like that, and comprehensive helps and all that fun stuff. The references. I really want to find the one that talks about the print dates. That's the one I'm looking for, the company history and the print dates. And so It's got all these links here. The Thompson Chain Reference Bible homepage, updated link. The link is no longer functioning as of September 18, 2023. Thompson Chain Reference Topics, 1908 iOS app. How does the Thompson Chain Reference Bible work? Bible outlines. Link to an image on the internet. Marginal notes. Chain Reference Bible Topic Index. Archaeological supplement. Chain harmonies and illustrations. And Thompson Chain Reference Bible Companion. Let's see here. All the rest of that stuff. So anyway, there's a lot of nice stuff in here, a lot of neat stuff in here. So that you can probably take a look at and everything. But anyway, there's all that, most all that right there. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post this right here, and you can see again where it says when you have a third improved edition, it'll say 1934 in the preface, but if you have a third improved edition, it says 1957. That's the second one that came out with a little bit of changes. And of course, same thing with the fourth improved edition. You'll have a 64, but it'll have an 82 copyright. And so if it has 64, it stays at 64, then that's one thing. But then you'll have I think this one right here, the 1982 fourth improved edition, it kind of goes into the prints go a little bit later, and I don't think they changed the reprint codes on that one. I don't think they do. So it might go into the 60s or the 70s or something like that. And then of course after that you'll have the well, I don't know. I think it stops in the 82 because yeah, the 82 one. So and then whenever the 88 comes out, that's when it starts over again. And so I was showing this guy on Facebook. He was asking me about it because he has like 4 or 5 of them. And so the reprint dates start out, the reprint codes start out differently in the 88s and stuff like that on down. So it's still, I don't know if the reprint codes and the newer ones have changed yet. They probably have, but that doesn't mean that it's they call it the 6th improved edition. Technically, I guess it's actually still 5th, but in another way, technically, it could still be 6. It could be 6 because it's got 2K Denmark as the comfort print on that. But anyway, like I said, I just thought I'd just put this on here for everybody to see, and thought you might be interested in that. So I hope y'all enjoy that. And there we go, Thompson Chain Reference Bible and Wikipedia. I just realized something after I made that video, this video with me showing you the editions of the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. I noticed that on there that I had 2 1934 57s, and so therefore I want to show you what I have here. So the first one being this one right here. This is the actual 1934, which is the 3rd improved edition. Now, as you was seen on there, that there was the original 1908 that Thompson came out with, and that was in where was that? Dobbs Ferry with Methodist book concerns. And then the second one would be which is the first revised edition, which started these improved editions, and that was in 1917, and that was Mount Morris, I believe, New York. And then the second revised edition, which is which also started the improved editions, that was in 1929. And by that time, or with the first revised, I think that's when there was a corporate. That's whenever they merged together, and it was the Chain Reference Bible system with the printing, publishing, whatever, which is Thompson's, with B.B. Kirkbride. They merged eventually, and it was just called Kirkbride Bible Publishing. And so then you got the second revised edition. That was in 1929. That was out of Indiana, in Indianapolis, Indiana. And then you got the, of course, the 1934. And this is that right here. This is the 1934. This one's particular print is from the 1957. So this would come. This was one of the later prints. This is the 39th reprint. So you see, this is 39th reprint. So to find the year on that, it would just turn the page back. So that was a September 1957, the 200 model. And this is before the red letter. This is before the red letters came out. Red lettering, because you don't see nothing in John, whatever, this red letter, Matthew. And that only came out in 1964. Now this is the one I've had the longest right here. And both of these covers are the same. The one I just showed you and this one right here, the covers are about the same. And so this one is the third improved edition. But when you go look at the preface, you see the 1934 edition. But the copyright says 1957. That's because they added some changes in it. This is the 45th reprint. So that came like 6 reprints after the after that one right there. So, and this is the 1963 printing. But what it is an updated version of the 1934, but it has a 1957 copyright, which was printed in 1963. So now we go to the 64. This is the one I'm using right now because it came in really good shape. If I can find one that is an earlier reprint and is in good shape as this one was, I'll probably go back into it and erase a lot of stuff. Set that right there because that's what it came with, and so that's another indicator that it was pretty old. I probably erased all that. With everything I wrote in here is pencil. So you see this one says 1957. I'm sorry, 57 free print of the 64, which means it came out, and again you see it's 1975 407 model red letter. This is when, again, this is where the red letters came in. And you can see the red lettering inside the Bible. This book right here is nice and crisp. So like I said, if I find a 1972 year one with an earlier reprint, I'm probably going to stick with that one and let that one be my main go-to Bible, because I want something around my age. A 53-year-old Bible, if I can find one. I have another 64, and this one is the 59th reprint. So it came 2 reprints after the one I just showed there. So the 59th printing, then I think they probably slowed down with the printings and stuff. And so they were going for 2 prints in between. And this one came out in 1976. So you see it there in 1976, 410 red letter. And this one's a red letter just like the other one. So what I might do, I might give that one away, the one I just now showed there, because it's a later reprint. I don't know for sure what I'm going to quite do. But there is one I'm trying to bid on eBay that is an updated one, which goes to the 1982 reprint year. It goes into 1982. It goes from 64 to 1982, 18 years. So what I might do is get that one, because that one will be the next in the sequence. And then it comes to the 5th improved edition, which was in 1988. And then, of course, you know, that Zondervan HarperCollins bought out Kirkbride, which is, then they tried to change it to the 2K Denmark print, and they didn't call it the 6th improved edition because it really wasn't nothing improved. They just took the print and changed it, which is that sucks. And they try to go and stick with the sequence of what they done in their 3rd and 4th editions, and just kind of stick. You know, there was nothing really changed. It was just the style of the text. So if they actually truly do that with real Bibles, like the King James Version Bibles, they would be a lot better off. But anyway, that's just my opinion. So there we go. And so I'm seeing this thing on eBay. That's a reference edition, the Thompson chain reference Bible. That's $152. I'd like to really get it. but I don't have $152 really to spend right now. I think that's the first revised one, which starts off the approved editions. So if I did have a 1929 one, I don't know what I did with it. So if I got that one in 1929, then I had the 34 and original one, I'd have all of them, except for the Zondervan ones. I don't want the Zondervan ones. But anyway, I got a couple I'm probably going to give away. I did have something on the neighborhood thing that I wanted to give some away, but I thought about it like, nah, not so much. But I'm going to stay committed and giving a girl one that I said I'd give her, and so I'm going to stay committed to that. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned a lot more about the Thompson Chain Reference Bible from the video I just showed, the editions and stuff. So I just want to show you how they line up. I wish I could find something that has some more information about the reprints and stuff like that. You know, find a publisher's notes or something about reprint dates and stuff. That'd be great. All right, y'all. Y'all take care and God bless.